and you live with them in all tenderness, and you fix food, and y'all stay in the same house, the least he ought to do is marry you. The very least. Don't ever settle for that. Never, not one time. You know, you got to get your paper. All right. So God doesn't deem those real marriages at all. Let's touch on the three types of marriages mentioned in Scripture. One is both spouses are unsaved. The Bible speaks very little about this, but it does talk about it. At least the Bible tells us this. Whatever God has joined together, there's no man for the son. All right? Somebody said, but God didn't bring them together. Man, God is involved in the natural affairs of men. Think about that. Even when folks get married, God is involved. Because the Bible teaches us that the powers that be are ordained of God. If you go down to the courthouse downtown here in St. Louis and you get married, God was in it. Mm-hmm. That's God's way of dealing with mankind. Okay, so both spouses are unsaved. Number two, the second type of marriage mentioned in Scripture is both spouses are saved. All right, the Bible has a lot to say about this kind of couple. Basically, we talked about those kinds of marriages last week, where both parties are saved, and God deals with that kind of marriage differently than he deals with this third type of marriage that we're going to talk about, where one spouse is saved and the other spouse is not saved. All right? I call these mixed marriages. So a lot of times you talk about mixed marriages, you think about, maybe you are black and your wife is Caucasian. Maybe you are Caucasian, your wife is Hispanic. But in the Bible don't deal with Hispanics and all that kind of stuff. It deals with Jews and Gentiles. Jews and Gentiles. Okay? So, in this mixed married relationship, you have one individual that's saved, walking with God, and the other isn't. We have that a lot of times in the church. Some of y'all that are in here tonight, you are a devout believer. You serve God, you love God, but your spouse is not saved at all. And you all know, and you will agree with me, that some very interesting things can arise in a marriage like that. Okay, so we're going to deal with what the Bible teaches about mixed marriages. Look at 1 Corinthians 7,